This video review is being brought to you by Primetoys.net. Primetoys.net, where you can get your collector grade toys for not the collector grade prices. Primetoys.net. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, this is your friend Dynamite here once again with you. And today, as you can see, or you can gather, we're going to look at Transformers Robots in Disguise of 2015. Warrior Class Optimus Prime. Now, if you haven't been following the series, the new Transformers series that's on now, the animated series of Robots in Disguise, is a continuation of the Transformers Prime series, in which if you've been watching, you watched Prime or you haven't watched Prime, spoiler warning: Prime dies, sacrifices himself at the end of Prime, and is with the Matrix. And in Robots in Disguise, Bumblebee is the leader of his own little group, catching some Decepticons, and Prime has been coming to him in his visions as basically, if you're an 80s kid, whatever, coming back like a Jaga or an Obi-Wan, Jaga from Thundercats, Obi-Wan from Star Wars, kind of formed to him, kind of mentoring him, telling him things and stuff. But this is the first figure we had from him of it, and this is again the Warrior Class, which he doesn't have much of a transformation, but still not too bad. But it's really a cool little figure. It's Prime. I mean, it's going to be a Prime anyway. As you can see, he's basically a big semi truck. He has, as you can see, 10 wheels, 5 on each side. He's got, of course, the red front end for his truck. He's got the blue body for his trailer, basically, and all. It's a Prime. It looks Prime-ish. It's not perfect. I mean, it's basically, like I said, it's a Warrior Class, and it's very simple transformation. Ain't nothing to the transformation at all. I mean, literally nothing really to it. But in all, it's not bad. As you can see, you look at the bottom, you got a big open space. You got a little bit of a truck body, or robot body, excuse me, there. But still, it's not bad. I have to admit, I like this for that reason. I mean, when you go to flip over most figures now, you flip it over, hey, there's a robot there. This one, you don't really see it. I mean, you kind of can. You kind of see the legs like right in there, the chest there, but still, it's not that bad. You got the blue, back here, you do kind of see his feet, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, how do we transform him? Well, first and foremost, here's what Prime come with: his axe. Which, if you've played the Transformers game, the first one, the War for Cybertron, and you actually get an axe where you can use with Prime, and this doesn't look too much similar to it, or too different from it. It's actually pretty nice. It's just a small weapon, a little axe-bladed weapon. Nice gray paint, or metallic, not really metallic, but a black metallic-ish paint. Great detail work on it. You do have the yellowish for the blade. I mean, it's really cool. I do dig the detail. If it's going to come through there, I do dig the detail work on this guy. I think it really looks really good for him. But all in all, it's not bad. But sadly, on it though, there is no really place you can really peg this to anywhere. He does have this hole here, but kind of the peg for the axe doesn't really sit down in there. I mean, there's not really a way. You can't even really. Well, you could store it here, like so. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's not going to fall out either. So it's pretty cool that you can stick it right there and kind of get it out of your way if you want to. But let's set this aside and transform them. How do you transform them, you ask? It's real simple. Step 1. Right here, the smokestacks, just kind of pull. And as you can see, it's going to pull this whole panel off the side here. And you just basically rotate this down. And you have this peg here and this peg hole here that you'll peg that right in, like so. Do the same on this side. Pull this out, rotate it around, and you peg hole, peg, and peg hole. Peg it right in. You can stand them up, unpeg there at the legs. If you want to, just to go ahead and get it done. You can grab it and then rotate this whole section, as you can see there at the waist, into this direction to face basically the bottom of the truck. Straighten that out a little bit. Next, all you do, not quite got it straightened out. There we go. Reach up here, basically grab right here on the wheels, the front end of the part of the truck, and just pull apart, which unpegs separately. You'll rotate these, fold these down, rotate it like so. Do the same on this side. Pull it down, rotate it around like so. Which, as you can see, it already looks like Prime's coming out there. You'll reach here on the side of the front end, the grill area of the truck, pull to unpeg it. Then you then rotate this around, and there's Prime's arm. Do the same on this side. Rotate that around, and you got Prime's other arm. And as you can see, he's pretty much complete aside from his head. Where's his head? Right there it is. All you gotta do is reach up here, pull it up, and it should basically straighten up. It doesn't really lock. I kind of wish it did, but it is what it is for a small figure. And there's Prime. Not too bad. Look, 5 steps at most to transform him. And it's not bad. He looks pretty good for him. There is the 3-step combiner or 3-step transformation one that's bigger. It does give a little bit more to him, but it's not bad. It definitely kind of has his G1, or not really G1, but almost forgot. Got to flip these panels down, or not flip them, but rotate them around like so. Almost forgot about that. And but this is basically his robot mode. Nice that they have the Autobot insignia on here. If you have a G1 Prime, that's basically where his Autobot logo was, on his upper shoulder. And you can just take his axe, peg it into his arm, and Prime is ready for battle. Now, any problems with this? Yes and no. It really depends, because he doesn't like with Grimlock. He does not have a whole lot of articulation, but he actually has more than Grimlock. To do what I mean, we'll get his axe out of the way again. Now, head, little bit of a swivel, just a little bit. The way the head is down, kind of down inside the body. I mean, this could raise up a little bit more, it'd be better. But because of the way that the paneling molded is here, it doesn't really get any give to it. I mean, it actually looks like his head's sunken down into his body more than anything. I mean, you can kind of see how deep that gap is, or not really gap, but how deep his head is into his upper body there. So just a little bit of swivel for the head. Shoulder, he does have the full swivel, excuse me, to turn that around. He does have the forearm is basically or elbow is a ball joint, so it does have that swivel there. No wrist swivel. The other thing about this is I kind of wish this could swivel, and it looks like it can, but mine doesn't. I mean, I don't know if mine's just set or what, but I've tried and tried at this, so that's basically it. I mean, I hate to put too much more force on this. I feel like I'm breaking it. But, that's basically it. I mean, like I said, it does look like it could swivel, just the way the mold is here on the forearm and stuff, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. The waist, let me move the arms here up out of the way. He does have that swivel for transformation, where you can kind of swivel it and give him a little bit of articulation that way. The hips do have this little, not a ball joint. It's got this swivel right there. It does have the swivel here and right below that to rotate the legs around. And he has a little bit of swivel there, or he does have the knee swivel, excuse me, where you can work with that as well. No foot articulation at all. But considering the size of his leg, it does look pretty good. I mean, I do like I have to admit, I do like how this flipped over to form part of his leg and part of his foot, as you can see here. But it's not bad at all. I have to admit, of the three, these RID figures I have, Prime is up there with them. I do like him better than Grimlock. But I think Drift barely beats out Prime, just for the extra swivel that Drift has. But still, it's not bad. We'll put Prime's axe back in his hand just to give him that weaponry. And that's basically it. I mean, he doesn't have really... He's got this back paneling here that covers up his back, which is nice. He does have, of course, his wheels are all back here, which stay out of the way and keep him from looking kind of bad. But it doesn't look too bad at all. I really do dig this one. Now, again, like with the Grimlock, this mold has been repainted. It's got more of a darker color scheme, and I think his axe has got like a red or a grayish color to it. I think it's more gray for the blade and stuff. But I mean, and I actually have seen that in stores here. I just haven't picked them up yet. Mostly expenses are kind of tight now, so. But before we get much further, let's go ahead and come to size comparison. And here, again, like with Drifting Grimlock, we're going to bring Waspinator in, which Wasp is basically about the same size as Prime. Not too shabby. I mean, he's basically the same size as Prime. And he's trying to give me trouble standing. Come on, Wasp, just work with me for a minute there. And also bring in Off-Road here, which with Off-Road, if you add let me slide that back a little bit. If you add this backpack and all to him, and with his head, he actually is just a smidge taller than Prime. Not by much. Not by much at all. But, this is going to be, a comparison for you guys. I mean, the Warrior class is basically the deluxe class for this line, and they're not bad figures. They're very simple because I believe they're, like I said before, they're geared more towards a younger audience. But it's still not too bad at all. I do, like I said, I do like this Prime. Now, like before, you can go to primetoys.net and you can pick this guy up. And at the end, you put them in your shopping cart, put a couple others, put Off-Road and that in there, put a couple other bots in there if you want, whichever ones you like to pick up in your shopping cart. Type in the code and the coupon code there, put Transmissions September, which if you can get it out, but I'm not sure, this video might be going out right at the beginning of October, maybe sooner. If not, it's probably different. But if this goes out there, probably set a Transmissions October if they've been doing it right. They might have something different. Just be sure to check out the Transmissions podcast, which again I'll post a link to below. Make sure on that code with that, so where you can get whatever off. If it's in October, if it's different from this month, which is September, be sure to check it out. And still listen to the podcast. This is a great podcast. I highly recommend it. They are also sponsored by Primetoys.net as well. But as always, guys, please like, comment, and share this video. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And also post links to my Twitter account, to my Instagram account, and also to my Gmail account where you can tweet me, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can follow me or send me an email through there. But if you want to, like I said, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. But as always, guys, this is Don Bot saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.